issue. In so many years, though the BMC has worked to give maximum water to everybody in Mumbai, but still there is a shortage of around 500 or 600 MLDs. So we are proposing, and we'll work for that, to connect Pinjal River with Vaitarna Dam to create a water surplus for Mumbai. So nobody will be left without water in Mumbai, and every house will get a free water connection. Today, if anybody in the slums or anywhere need a water connection, he needs to pay a bribe of around 12,000 to 14,000, whereas the actual fees is around 2,000 or 2,400. The plumbers are running the show. So we need to stop this. Every house will get a free water connection, and every house will get, now we are planning on that, probably 7,000 to 10,000 liters of water free. So we need to connect this Pinjal River so that the scarcity is gone and we can provide free water to some extent. I'm not saying forever, but to some extent. And then encourage rainwater harvesting across the city. And one more important thing in this is to complete the 100% metering project on wharf footing. People don't have meters, or pani ka chori hota hai. So 100% metering should be done. I agree with most of the points which Sandeep Deshpande discussed in budget, and he also spoke about the roads. Relaying of roads, retouch all the roads in next 5 to 7 years. We are coming up with a new concept of a road doctor. Road doctor. This will be a sophisticated pothole filling machine which will be available in all the 24 wards. Maybe we can increase, initially we can keep one, then we can, as per the requirement, we can make it 2 also. So this road doctor, its work is to address the pothole related complaints within 24 hours. This is on Congress manifesto. Then an independent audit of conditions of all the roads, defect liability period, and so many things are there. Next I come to education. We are intending to have good infrastructure for the schools. The infrastructure at present is deteriorating day by day. The Marathi medium schools, the students, as per the record of Praja, the students are leaving the Marathi medium schools. We need to somewhere curtail that. We need to protect that. Then we are intending to give free bus service, free bus travel passes for the students up to graduation. Up to graduation in Mumbai city, the student should get a facility of free bus travel in BST buses. We will ensure RTE compliance for all BMC schools. We will implement an academic excellence program. Another main point is, probably it's very difficult for women when they travel around Mumbai. Every citizen of India has a right to pee. Now for that, we need to construct special toilets for the women in city. Wherever we locate strategic locations, we work out in that. For women, Mahila Prashikshan Kendra, to set up one skill development center per ward, and it will be women centric. There are various other points which will come on later on 30th. Then there's agenda for youth also. One library, electronic or digital, in every ward. Free bus travel for students, I have already spoken. Sports complexes to be generated. The existing sports complexes should be upgraded. The facilities of sports should be upgraded, and so many other things in that. Coming towards the solid waste management. Solid waste management has not been looked so seriously by the BMC administration. That is why we have 3 dumping grounds, and all the 3 are in the eastern suburb: Deonar, Kanjurmarg, Mulund. And the Deonar dumping ground is there since 94 years. 12 million tons of garbage, 94 years of overuse, 15 years of closure planning. The BMC is planning to close the Deonar dumping ground since 15 years, but we have not been able to close that. 12 massive fires. And in last 20-22 years, there has not been an attempt for the garbage treatment plant. Or maybe whatever the attempts have been made were not successful. So the garbage is piled up like that only. The policy of the BMC itself, the solid waste management policy, was made in 2000, but it got notified only in 2016, after 16 years. Why? There is a big question mark. Why the BMC could not notify its own policy for 16 years, which says that segregation should be done at source? So even if the BMC has started segregation of garbage at source, the collection is done, it is thrown at one point, the wet and the dry garbage is thrown collectively at one place. So there is no point in doing the segregation at source. So this implementation of policy, the solid waste management policy of 2000, which got notified in 2016, will be implemented stringently by the Congress party. We'll also go in for scientific closure, which is always there in the newspaper that BMC is going for the scientific closure, but somebody has to have the willpower for it. I don't know why. I'm not going to criticize anybody over here because that is not the agenda today. But somewhere the willpower is lacking. That's why this city is facing this problem of solid waste management. Again, to regulate the hawkers. Hawkers is a big issue of this city. We need to regulate it. Maybe the markets which are there are to be updated, are to be redeveloped. They should be given additional FSI so that more hawkers are accommodated over there. But still, there will be a spill of hawkers which needs to be regulated apart from the markets. Now that has to be done very meticulously. That Congress party is initiating, that if we come to power, we'll see that the hawkers are regulated, whether in the markets or whether on the other places which are notified. And the places which are not notified should be kept free of the hawkers. Done. And then the most important thing is disaster management. So we are also promising, and we are formulated so many things in disaster management which I would not like to speak over here, and my time is also up. Mr. Monitor has already warned me. He might execute me otherwise. So disaster management is another thing on which Congress party has worked very extensively to establish and upgrade the Disaster Management Institute. Because we talk about disaster management, but we don't teach anybody what is disaster management. So Congress is intending to make a disaster management institute so that the people are all educated over there, the youngsters, the younger generation is educated over there, and even the people who will be in the department, the BMC officers, they also need to be upgraded, updated and everything. Then comes the fire brigade infrastructure. We need to upgrade that because we have snorkels over here which are reaching just 22 or 24 floors, but whereas the BMC is giving permission for 60-floor building or maybe 70 or maybe now 100 also, the Trump Tower is coming. So the fire brigade system also needs to be updated. There are many more things, but I'm sorry I have crossed the time, and I thank you all, thank the organization, and thank everybody, all the dignitaries who are present over here for allowing me to speak, for allowing me to spell out the thoughts, maybe the few thoughts of Congress party for Mumbai city. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. What I particularly liked is very practical issues you brought out here by placing your thoughts. जो आपने बताया है, food, वाटर, हेल्थ, एजुकेशन, इसके बारे में आपके पार्टी के और आपके विचार जो आपने यहाँ पे रखे हैं, ये एक खुशी की खबर है, क्योंकि इससे जो सपना हमारे में है सिटीजन्स के, तो कुछ आशा होती है कि ये सपने पूरे होंगे. What I also want to bring to your notice, sir, whichever party comes in, whoever comes in, two very important points you mentioned. एक तो वो ऑडिट होना चाहिए. इलेक्शन के बाद कोई भी जीते, लेकिन एक सिटी ऑडिट होना चाहिए जो आपने बताया और क्या हो रहा है. और सेकंड वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट, सर, is the will power hona chahiye. So why is it that year after year or after 4 years parties come and somehow they lack the will power? ये जो आपने दो महत्वपूर्ण सब्जेक्ट मैटर के बारे में बताए हैं, थैंक यू वेरी मच, धन्यवाद. Let's again put the hands together for the first two speakers. And now I call the third speaker, a representative from the, Nelson, to tell us. Yeah.
Well, friends, good evening. I was given the opportunity to coordinate with Advocate Ashish Shela, and we were in touch with him from last 15 to 20 days, and he was looking forward for this meeting. Unfortunately, at 6:15 he calls me and tells me that the CM has called him for some urgent work, so he couldn't come. Please excuse him. In his place, he has sent his deputy, Mr. Balchandra Sirsat. He is the Vice President and spokesperson of BJP Mumbai. He was a 10 years municipal councillor in Ghatkopar from 2002 to 2012. He is a BJP group leader from 2007 to 2009. He was also chairman Improvement Committee for 2 terms, that is from 2005 to 6 and 2011 to 12. Mr. Balchandra Sirsat, please. A round of applause for Mr. Balchandra Sirsat, please.
Thank you very much for inviting us. In the church in the city, honorary dignitaries on the dais and dignitaries in front. I have been told equally at 6:15 to talk on this, but I have been member of manifesto committee of BJP, so I have some digital data with me. And then we are talking about manifesto. The basic theme of manifesto of BJP will be transparent government, Paradarshi Mumbai, transparent governance. Everything which will happen in municipal corporation will be transparent. It may be wrong, it may be right, and it will not only be transparent. We will be inviting suggestions from the citizens for the manifesto. Our manifesto is delayed because we have invited suggestions at Gmail, paradarshimumbai@gmail.com from the citizens. We want to take into account the opinion of the stakeholders here in the city. Not only now, every time when we are making any changes, any reforms, any variations, modifications in the policy guidelines or whatever, stakeholders should be given a chance to comment on it, to react on it, and considering their feedback, the decisions would be taken. That will be Paradarshi Mumbai, that will be transparent Mumbai. All the tenders, all the data, all the work status, payment made, everything will be available on the website. Municipal website is available for birth certificate, death certificate and marriage registration, but it will be available for complete governance. And anybody in the city can look into anything what's happening in the municipal corporation. Not only that, municipal commissioner is coming out with lot of circulars, and those circulars are not reaching people. They are not aware if such thing happens or such thing is possible. So that information and all the services, whichever may be municipal service, whether it is payment or procuring a certificate, one has not to enter into ward office. No human intervention. Human intervention leads ultimately to corruption and delay. To avoid this, everything will be fully online. 100% online services will be available. 100% cashless services will be available, and we will also prefer to have cashless all payments. There will be incentive provided to cashless payments. Incentive will be provided because there is some charges for the cashless payments, say 1.5%, 2% charges, that we will compensate. we will compensate, we will encourage ECS, and we will go for complete e-governance. Now, lot of problems are there in the city.